Dear students, welcome to session 64 of Accounting 1 subject of BBA first year. In this class, we will be learning about some of the adjustments which have to be made while preparing profit and loss account. In the previous classes, you learnt about what is final account, how to prepare trading and profit and loss account, meaning and purpose of the preparation of trading and profit and loss account. In this class, we will learn about certain items which are not included in the trial balance. However, which require to be considered at the time of preparation of final accounts. The procedure of taking them into account by way of adjusting entries during the preparation of final accounts with an intention to ascertain correct trading result and true financial position of the business. ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಯಾವುದು ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ವೋ ಬಟ್ ಫೈನಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆಯೋ ಆ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಲಿಯಲಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಈ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಾವು ಫೈನಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ಇಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ತಗೋಬಹುದು ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ನೈಜ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್, ವ್ಯವಹಾರದ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಸರ್ಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ what are adjustments in final accounts? Adjustment in final account means bringing into record all those items which are not included in the trial balance but has an impact on the financial statements. So ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಹೊರತುಪಡಿಸಲಾಗಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಫೈನಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುವ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇದೆ ಟು ಅರೈವ್ ಎಟ್ ದ ಟ್ರೂ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯನ್ನ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫೈನಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ some expenses of the current period are not paid or some expenses are paid well in advance for the future period. So these are actually accounted for in the accounts. Similarly, there is a possibility that certain incomes of the current year or current period is not received, or some incomes may be received well in advance. In such cases, the ledger accounts which we have prepared may not be reflecting the true position of the current year's financial transactions. So hence it is important that we consider only those items which belong to the current year and exclude those which do not belong to the current year. So certain items of expenses and incomes are required to be adjusted while preparing the final accounts if the final accounts have to disclose the correct results of the business. Why we need to do these adjustments? The first reason is we should include all the expenses of the current period whether paid or not and all the incomes of the current period whether actually received or not to arrive at the proper financial position. Similarly, the intention is to include only those expenses and income of the current period. We stick on to a particular period. While preparing the financial statement, cash as well as non-cash expenses and incomes have to be considered for arriving at a proper financial position of the business. The journal entries passed for the adjustments at the end of the trading period are called adjusting entries. The adjustments are made by passing entries called adjusting entries. These adjustments are given for those items which have not yet been recorded in the books of accounts. Hence, they are found outside the trial balance. While preparing the final accounts, each adjustment item has to be treated twice as to complete the debit and credit aspects of each adjustments. These adjusting entries are passed in journal proper. ಈ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ವೋ ಅದು ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೊರತುಪಡಿಸಿ ಹೊರಗೆ ಸಿಗುವಂತ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಅದನ್ನ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಾವು ಪರಿಗಣನೆಗೆ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಎಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಪುಸ್ತಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದು ನಾವು ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಆಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್, ಆಸ್ ದೀಸ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಬಿನ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡೆಡ್, they always have two effects in while preparing the final accounts. The usual items which require adjustments in final accounts are closing stock, outstanding expenses, prepaid expenses, outstanding incomes, incomes received in advance, bad debts, provision for doubtful debts, provision for discount on creditors, provision for discount on debtors, depreciation on assets, appreciation on assets, interest on capital, interest on drawings by the proprietor, transfer of profits to reserve, goods destroyed by fire, flood, accident, etc., goods sent on sale or return basis, goods used other than for sale. Now let us understand each adjustment one by one along with their accounting treatment. The closing stock is nothing but the stock of goods remaining unsold at the end of the trading period. It has to be valued and brought into books of accounts. Generally, there is no account to show the value of goods lying in the godown at the end of the accounting year. However, if one wants to ascertain the gross profit correctly, the closing inventories must be properly taken into account and valued. So, the journal entry, the adjusting entry to be given here is closing stock account debtor to trading account. Sometimes the closing stock may be appearing in the trial balance. In such case, the closing inventory is not recorded in the trading account and it is only shown in the balance sheet because it has already been considered for the purpose of arriving at cost of goods sold. So, in case of closing stock shown in the adjustment, it shall be first entered on the credit side of the trading account, and secondly, it has to be entered on the asset side of the balance sheet under the current assets. Next comes drawings. Drawings are not expenses of the firm but are actually the withdrawals of the owner which should be reduced from the capital account of the proprietor. Hence, the capital account is debited and drawings account is credited. In case of tax paid by the companies, the tax is a normal business expenses, but in case of sole proprietor, income tax is a personal expense, so it shall be debited to capital account and not to profit and loss account. So the entry would be capital account debtor to income tax account. If it is already been debited, then it should be corrected by adjusting it to the capital account. In case of discount allowed and received, discount received is an interest. Discount received is really in the nature of interest received, that is income, and discount allowed is an expense. So any discount which has been received shall be adjusted by passing a journal entry discount received account debtor to profit and loss account. Any discount given or allowed shall be recorded as profit and loss account debtor to discount allowed account. Bad debts. Bad debts are losses which arises when a customer does not pay the amount due from him and there is no chance that this particular amount will be recovered in the future also. So this is a loss. So it has to be written off. That is, the loss should be adjusted with the profit of the business. Hence, the bad debt account is debited and the customer who has failed to pay the amount shall be credited. Further, this bad debt as it is a loss shall be adjusted in the profit and loss account by passing the journal entry profit and loss account debtor to bad debts account. When the business concern has a doubt, there is a possibility that some of the debts may turn bad they generally provide for provision for bad debts. In such a case, provision for bad debts account shall be debited in case of expenses accrued or accruing, that is expenses which are belonging to the current period but has not yet been paid, then appropriate expense account has to be debited to expenses outstanding or accrued account. Similarly, in case of income accrued or accruing, it should be considered by debiting the concerned income accruing account to appropriate income account. So it can be income outstanding salaries fee, rents or premiums account debtor to rent or premium outstanding rent outstanding account, or it may be interest outstanding account debtor to interest account. This can be the entry, so that we consider the interest which is accrued for the current year but not yet received. Sometimes certain incomes are received well in advance, so this is a temporary liability until the right to receive such income arises. So in case where an income is received well in advance, such income account has to be debited and income received in advance account shall be credited. For example, commission received in advance. In that case, commission account shall be debited, because until the commission becomes due, the legal claim on the commission is not in the hands of the recipient. So hence, commission account shall be debited. It shall be reduced to the extent of income received in advance. So commission account debtor to commission received in advance account. Similarly, in case of expenses carrying forward of payments made in advance, where you have paid expenses in advance for the forthcoming future, then expenses prepaid account debtor to appropriate expenses account, because until the uh, term for which the expenses are incurred arrives, we cannot claim it as an expenditure from the current year. So, as expenses belong to the future years, it has to be claimed from the future year's profit and loss account and not in the current account. That's why we will deduct the amount of expenses which have been paid in advance to arrive at those expenses which belong only to the current financial year. Next adjustment is about provision for bad and doubtful debts. Sometimes, when there is a fear that some of the amounts due from the customers will not be collected, it is prudent to recognize the expected loss by reducing the current year's profit and placing the amount to the credit of special account called provision for bad and doubtful debts account. ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಹಣ ಬರುವುದು ಡೌಟ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿರುವಾಗ ಆಗ ಮುಂದಾಗಬಹುದಾದಂತ ಲಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇವತ್ತೇ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾವಿಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡೌಟ್ಫುಲ್ ಡೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಸಚ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಡೆಬಿಟೆಡ್. In case of provision for discount on debtors, the amount of provision which is required to be calculated after deducting the provision for bad debts from the total trade receivables. ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ಡೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರಬೇಕಾದಂತಹ ಹಣದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗಬಹುದಾದಂತಹ ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಪ್ರೊವಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಡುವಂಥದ್ದು, ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಇದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಟರ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊವಿಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ಡೆಟರ್ಸ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಪ್ರೊವಿಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ಡೆಟರ್ಸ್ is going to be debited. That is my loss. My profit and loss account, profit is reduced to the extent of provisional discount on debtors. ಮುಂದಾಗಬಹುದಾದಂತಹ ಲಾಸ್ ಆದರಿಂದ it is a provision. So hence I am considering the possible loss in the current year's profit only. In case of depreciation, the depreciation will be charged on the asset account. So asset account has to be credited, depreciation account has to be debited, and finally depreciation account balance shall be transferred to profit and loss account, as the depreciation is a loss in the value of the asset, which shall be adjusted against the profit and loss account by directly debiting the profit and loss account. Such depreciation shall be deducted from the concerned asset, and then the net figure shall be shown in the balance sheet. So depreciation shall be shown in the debit side of the profit and loss account, and the amount of depreciation shall be deducted from the concerned asset while preparing the balance sheet. So in case of appreciation of the asset value increases, so asset account shall be debited, and as there is gain, the profit and loss account is credited. In case of interest on capital is an expenditure for the business. So profit and loss account is directly debited to the extent of interest on capital that needs to be paid. Similarly, interest on drawings is a gain for the gain for the business. So interest on drawings account shall be credited to the profit and loss account. Journal entry will be interest on drawings account debtor to profit and loss account. Any balance in the interest on drawings account shall be credited to the profit and loss account by transferring it with the help of the journal entry. Sometimes the businessman may decide to keep aside certain amounts of profit as reserve. Here again we are reducing the profits to the extent of general reserve intended to kept aside by passing the journal entry profit and loss account debtor to general reserve account. In case of abnormal loss of inventory by accident or fire, the value of loss is first to be ascertained. The loss shall be transferred to abnormal loss account, and purchase account or trading account is to be credited. As the goods is no more available for sale, purchases account is credited. Further, abnormal loss account is transferred to profit and loss account, will be adjusted against the profit or loss of the business. So the journal entries to be passed is first to account for the loss by fire or abnormal loss account debtor to purchases or trading account. Once the amount is recovered from the insurance company, the net after insurance, whatever is left after insurance company's claim, the balance should be transferred to profit and loss account. So insurance company's account to the extent of insurance claim, profit and loss account shall be debited to the extent of loss not covered by the insurance policy to loss by fire account. When the goods are sent on sale or return basis, the goods are lying with that of the customer. However, it shall not be treated as actual sale till the time it is not approved by the customer. Hence, at the end of the year, when the goods are still lying with the customer for approval, the following entries are to be passed. Sales account shall be debited to trade receivables account, and stock on approval account shall be debited to trading account. In case of goods which are used other than for sale, such goods, if they are used for free samples, used for construction, or used by the proprietor for his personal use, the goods shall be subtracted from purchases account, as the goods is not available for general sale, and the suitable account head is debited. In case of donation account is debited. In case of personal use of the proprietor, drawings account is debited. In case of goods distributed as free samples, the free samples or advertisement account is debited. In case the goods are used for business for construction of building or machinery, then concerned building account or plant and machine account is debited. If the goods are used for maintenance of business premises, then the repairs and maintenance account is debited.